Hey guys! So, it's been a while, hasn't it? It has been a minute since you guys have seen me on this channel. Not only do I probably look different, I also have a different background. Dun dun dun! But yeah, so there's been a lot that's gone on. It's been about 2 years since the last video that was posted on this channel, which you guys have been reaching out to me a lot via social media or via the actual YouTube channel, still asking me questions, still wanting to know what's going on, and the biggest thing is, what am I doing right now? I've been out of school for 2 years now. Actually, my 2-year anniversary was the end of March, so woo, 2 years since I graduated. Crazy thing. Didn't think that 2 years could pass by so quickly, but man has it. But yeah, so with that, again, I've been getting a lot of questions, and I thought, how about we make an update? Since it's been 2 years, I've had a lot of time to reflect on what's been going on and where I've gone and what I've been doing. Not only that, let's also throw a Q&A in. So some common questions that I've been asked. There is about 20 of them that I have written on here. I'm gonna try and go through them as quickly as I can, and hopefully this video won't be too long, but can't promise anything. But yeah, I'm also going to be making a video on what's going to be happening with this channel. So obviously, if you want to hear a little bit more about this channel, if it's going to go somewhere, what's going to be happening, then feel free to click on that. I will make sure that it is linked below. But yeah, other than that, this one is going to be what's been going on in the last 2 years. So I guess I should go back and talk about when I made those videos. So those videos, my Full Sail Journey, part 1, 2, and 3, those were made literally right after I graduated. So it's been a journey so far. I have gone on Warped Tour, which I did right after I graduated. You guys knew that. I posted a video about that, talking about the fact that I was going out on tour for the entire summer. After that, I was unemployed for 3 months. Yay, unemployment time. But yeah, I was unemployed for 3 months, and in that time I had to move back in with my parents because obviously I had no income whatsoever. I didn't have an apartment because my lease ended right when I went out on tour, so that was gone. So I moved all the way back home. And after that, I applied for over 50 different positions that I could possibly find. I was using a lot of Full Sail's resources. I was using the job fairs that Full Sail has. I was using the online source that is available for graduates. I was using everything that I possibly could to try and get a job that was hopefully in my field. And I think it was around 52, 53 jobs I applied for. Out of those, I only heard anything from 3 of them. And one of them is being the job that I have now. So if you follow me on social media, you probably know that I now work for Hard Rock. I work for Seminole Hard Rock of Tampa, and I am actually the front of house audio engineer, is technically what my position is there. And that means that I am setting up the bands in the cafe, I'm running their sound, I'm tearing them down, I'm being the monitor and the front of house engineer. I'm doing all of it on my own with the help of my lovely lighting director, who I love so dearly. But yeah, I've been doing that, and I've been there for almost 2 years. Well, it's more like a year and a half. My 2 years is in December, so that's probably saying that a little too far in advance, but it's been quite a journey. I have worked with over 100 different bands being in this position. It's been so much fun, meeting a lot of great local talent. We're starting to get a lot of out-of-state talent. We're getting cover bands. We're working with bigger names and celebrities, and it's just been a wild ride, but it's been a lot of fun for sure. But yeah, that's what's been going on. Obviously, if you want to keep up with what's going on in the hard rock circuit or with my life, you can obviously follow me on Twitter or Instagram, all under the Alexis Roos. So TheAlexisRoos. 2 O's, 1 S, not 1 O, 2 S's, none of that. ROOS. Cool. But yeah, so that's kind of what's been going on, and there's been, of course, a lot of lifestyle changes. Obviously, I live in a different apartment now, I live closer to work, and other than that, I've been in a very stable situation. Been doing a lot of things, but other than that, it's very constant and stable, and there's a lot going on. There's a lot of new stuff going on at the casino, which is very, very exciting. But yeah, so that's a little bit about what's been happening in the last 2 years, and we'll get onto this Q&A real quick. So again, I've printed them out because I'm old school like that, alright? But I've gotten a lot of these questions again on YouTube, which I think I've responded to every single comment I've gotten. So hopefully, if you are somebody who's asked these questions on the YouTube channel, hopefully I responded to you. Some people have private messaged me on Instagram, different things like that, whatever. I don't care how you guys reach out to me. I've even had Twitter. Reach out to me, connect with me. I love talking to new students, potential students, or transfers, whatever you guys are doing. I love connecting with you guys, so please feel free to send me a message. Question: was Full Sail difficult? Yes, it was. A lot of people got a misconception of my student life, I think, through my journey videos, just because I didn't really talk about my stresses or how difficult it was, or I kind of made it seem like it was all just fairies and rainbows, but it is still college at the end of the day. It was still very stressful. There was a lot of days where I had 14 to 16 hour days. 4 hours of sleep was a blessing for me some days, but I worked for the school, as well as I had an internship outside of the school, as well as I was trying to do other projects with friends, and on top of that I was still trying to keep my grades up. So yeah, it was difficult, and there were classes that I really struggled in because they were things that I was not very good at, like song composition. I was not particularly the greatest at, and I struggled the most with making something that I liked but also fit the criteria of the assignments and stuff like that. So yeah, you're going to run into struggles. I mean, it's still college at the end of the day. I think people think because it's so different and flashy, flashy and interesting, that you don't struggle, like it's just easy breezy. No, it was a rough 20 months. But I loved every second of it, and I would totally go back in a heartbeat. Number 2, what do you need to get in? Honestly, you don't need anything besides, obviously, a high school diploma, like the very basics. People think that there are some classes that you need to take, or if there's anything that you can do that helps you excel, and really that depends on what degree you're doing. If you're really strong in math and you're going into like game development, then you taking all those higher math courses is going to help you. But in my degree, recording arts, that's really not going to get you anywhere because we don't use math as much. You know, we're not coding or anything. So it really depends on what degree you're going into. But, you know, Full Sail, again, I've talked about it, they will teach you from the ground up. So you'll be like a baby that is just learning to crawl and getting into a full-grown adult. Like, that's the range that they're teaching you. So it doesn't really matter what stage you come in life. You can, you know, get in high school. I think it's just diploma and GED. Those are kind of your basic streamlined things that everyone needs for college. You need one of those, so... Number 3, how much is it? Depends on your degree again. It's varying. They do change the numbers as they try and improve the campus. So I'm not going to talk about much in regards to numbers. I would just say contact the school and they'll let you know. So, did you use loans? Yes, I did. It's nothing wrong with that. It is an expensive school, as pretty much everyone knows. So you might have to use loans. I did. It's fine. I'm still paying them off, but whatever. Did you have a job? As I said earlier, I did have an internship that was outside of the school, as well as I was working for the school. I was a tour guide. So I have some students that end up finding me because they remember that I was their tour guide for the behind-the-scenes tours or the daily tours or whatever. And they find me again later on, and they're like, "Oh, you were my tour guide, and I'm halfway through my degree, da 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 da," and they're telling me all this fun stuff. I love stuff like that. It just feels really cool because I was a tour guide literally the entire time I was a student, so that was really awesome when you kind of connect with people that, I mean, I see so many students, I saw so many students, so for them to come up to me and be like, "I don't know if you remember me," some of them I do, some of them I don't, but I also have a terrible memory, so if you do reach out to me, I am sorry if I don't exactly remember you, especially now. Oof, Lord. I can barely remember what I did yesterday. I just know I was really tired. So, number 6. Does Full Sail help with opportunities after graduation? Yes. You will get hooked up with a career development advisor that you can use till you retire, which I've talked about this in the journey, but you literally use this person till you retire. I constantly used them, especially while I was unemployed, and I'm still using them for opportunities just to be back in the school system and back with the students. So please take advantage of that. They're there to help you. Oh my Lord. 7. So this is an interesting one. Recording arts versus music production. I'm just going to keep this sweet and simple because the school can tell you way more than I can, but from my understanding when I was a student and a tour guide was that recording arts is going to be the people that teach you how to record and manipulate audio. That's always what I like to say, because you'll do movie sound, game sound, studio recordings, all that. But at the end of the day, you're learning how to record and manipulate. Where music production, they're the ones that you're going to be recording. So they're the people that are creating the music, creating the compositions, things like that. They're making the meat, and then we later work with them to record whatever they've made. So, number 8. Does Full Sail have dorms? No, they do not. You will be living in an apartment, and Full Sail can help you find a roommate if you need to, and they can also provide you with an entire booklet of apartments. I relied on that booklet religiously when I moved out there, so definitely get a hold of that. Number 9. Do you need experience to attend? No. Again, you learn literally from the ground up. You can come in with zip to none experience. You could come in with 5 to 10 years if you wanted to, just so you can learn new equipment. Whatever you want to do, you can do it that way. Experience does kind of obviously help, but it's not something that's required. 10. Is Full Sail a good school? The holy grail of questions. Is Full Sail a good school? I don't know. Depends on your opinion. I thought it was great. I absolutely loved it. I know my friends loved it. It has its ups and downs. It's just like any other college at the end of the day. But I loved it. I think it's a good school. I thought it was worth it. Do you? I don't know. 11. What if you fall behind? If you fall behind, reach out to your instructors. Oh my Lord. Instructors have office times, and they will tell you in class, and they will push it religiously, but if you do not do something about it, then you are going to fall behind. If you end up falling behind in classes and you have to retake a class, that's fine. Who cares? At least you're still here. Just retake it, do the best you can, power through, and use your instructors, and use the tutors, and use just everything. There's so many things for you to use. Just do it, okay? Do you really need Full Sail? I don't know. That's an opinionated thing. I came into Full Sail with experience as far as Pro Tools and a little bit of experience behind a board and things like that, and a little more experience with live audio more than studio audio. So, I mean, it did help. It made things a little easier. I could kind of connect and pick up things a little faster, but I mean, Obviously, yes, I get it. You can learn on the job. Everybody has told me this over and over again. You can learn on the job. You can learn on the job. I get it. I get it. But don't shame somebody because they're going to school to learn directly from people who have been through it, who know what they're doing. Don't shame somebody because of that. Just let them do. Let us do what we do. And yeah, I mean, it's turned out well for me and I went to school, so. Next one, how long does Full Sail take? Depends on your degree. Bachelor's degrees are between 20 and 23 months, I believe, unless that's changed. It was when I was there. And master's degrees are around 12 months, so. What if you need help? Again, if you need help, there are tutors. Your instructors have office hours where they're willing to work with you. There are options. When you make friends, you might have a friend that's stronger in this class, and then the next class you're stronger in it, so you help each other out, balance it out. There's always options. They always have options. Online versus campus. This is a thing, I can't really speak on this. I just put it in here because it has been asked, and I feel like it's just better to put it in a video. I can't really speak on this. I was a campus student that did occasionally have online classes, and I didn't love the online classes because I was a campus student and I knew what it was like to be on campus, and I just wanted to be there in it and doing it, and online classes were just kind of frustrating to me. Not that they were bad or anything, it was just like, I know what it's like to be in the classroom, like let me get in the classroom sort of thing. But I've also heard great things from people who have only done online and they don't know what the campus is like. I've heard great things. So yeah, I mean, if you can find students that have online, I know that there's a lot of videos on YouTube about online students' experiences, so definitely check those out. But campus, I absolutely loved it. So much fun. And I can understand how it might be a little frustrating for an online student because you can't really get super involved. Like obviously it's great because they live stream any Q&A sessions or talks or anything like that we have with like past graduates or other professionals in the industry. That's awesome that they do that and they do take questions from online, but I can see how that's frustrating as well. Do you get experience while in school? Yes. Just doing your classes is experience. You are actually behind a board, you are actually working with this equipment and with this software, and you're actually producing products that you can put in a portfolio. And then once you graduate, you polish them up, make them look real nice, because now you've got all this knowledge and you have a little more time to experiment on them. And there you go. And obviously if you're like me, I went out and got internships, worked that way, had some extra experience on the side. What is it like to be a student? It is great. It is a lot of fun. You meet so many interesting people, so many amazing instructors, so many amazing audio professionals or industry professionals, whatever you're doing. You're meeting a bunch of these people. And we've got, you know, like the Hall of Fame experience and any sort of little events they do on campus. You know, they're just fun. The drawings and the raffles and stuff that they do, like during the holidays and all that stuff, it's just fun. You're always engaged and immersed in your school, and you just feel a lot of pride. At least I do. I still, to this day, I'm so happy and thankful that I made that decision to go to Full Sail. How many people are in your class? Depends on your degree. You might... None of them, I don't think really any classes have gone over 100, at least that I've known of. I've seen classes as small as 5, I've seen classes as large as 80 or 90, you know. So it does depend on your degree, but it's always a pretty relatively maintained group. That's the beauty of the fact that there's orientation every month and graduation every month, so the classes aren't enormous, which is really nice because you can get a lot more one-on-one time with other students and, of course, your instructors as well. The fun one, does Full Sail help you get a job? Yes, obviously. Use your advisor after you graduate. They are there for you and they always will be until you literally tell them, I am retiring, I am not working anymore, I don't want these emails, I'm done. If you want to tell them that, then okay, it's done. And of course the last question is the almighty question of this entire video. Do you have a job? Yes, I do. And guess what? It's a job that was emailed to me by Full Sail. So I didn't put that in the beginning, but yeah, Full Sail did actually email me this job opportunity, and they asked, hey, do you want us to pass your resume along? I said, go ahead. At that point, I had done so many applications that just being able to just send a resume out was great. So yeah, and now I've been here for almost 2 years, and it's been an amazing journey. So, but yeah, I think that was about as many questions as I could cover in one video. So I hope this isn't too long. I'm sorry if it is. I just really wanted to try and get as much into it as I could and just kind of clear things up with people or help people out. Obviously, if you do still have questions or any other questions that I didn't cover, or you're not sure about something, please just comment down below. Send me a message on social media, whatever you want to do. I will be more than happy to answer your questions. And of course, if you want to follow me and keep up with me, you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter. I do have a Facebook page, but it's down right now. But it will all be the Alexis Ruse. So, yeah. That's about it for this video. If you, of course, are interested in what's going to be happening with this channel, where it is going to go, feel free to watch that video as well. And, yeah, guys, I will see you in the next one.